Shemai. Today we're going to have a look at tying the Blake's hitch, which is a knot that's used for quite often by arborists and tree climbers for ascending trees or going up the trees. And it's a friction knot which acts similar to the Prusik knot that we've previously tied. One of the benefits it has is that it can be tied in the end of a line, so it doesn't have to be a loop of rope. It can just be a single length, as we'll look at in a second. And it also has the benefit of it won't bind like other friction knots, which means that it won't jam. It's quite good in that way. It's also used for sort of tightening lines, similar to a taut line hitch. So it's got quite a few uses, and it's my preferred one for climbing, and we'll have a look at that now. Okay. So the Blake's hitch, like I say, this is a fantastic friction hitch for climbing trees and things. Now this I'm going to treat as my hanging rope, my climbing rope that's already up in the tree. And the hitch, and I'm going to use a different coloured rope so it's easier to see, and this is the one that I would use. So this is just a length with a preformed loop in it, and this is the one that would take the carabiner that would then clip onto your harness. But what we want to do first of all is make sure that we've got enough length in this red and white rope that we can tie it. And what we're going to do, we're going to run it up alongside that rope there, and we're going to pass it over the top, and we're going to pass it around once, then we bring it around again and under twice, and you can see that how that's building up, and we pass it around again 3 times, and then on the 4th loop, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, what we do, we bring it round the back, so there's my working end, looks like that, and we bring it over the top of all of it, and then we're going to pass it around the back of this blue rope, so it goes up through the coils and it comes out through that second gap. So it's going round the back of that blue rope and it comes out through that second loop there. Now if I tighten all of these up, so I'll feed all these through, wind them through so they go tighter, 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 pull that up. Now that, you can see it looks like a Prusik knot in a way, but that is coming out of the bottom, and this tail here would need a stopper knot put into it. But you can see that if I slide it, it will slide up, but if I pull on it, it binds and it will tighten. But like I say, I mean, I use the word bind there, but it will hold, the friction will hold it in place without binding. So I can pull and it will slide. Now once this is tightened, tight enough, so I'll make sure all of this is wound through, pull it nice and tight, so when the weight is pulled on there, it holds, and then weight off and it will slide. And that way you could go up and down the tree, because this tail end would be on your harness. Now, like I said, the important thing with this is that with working it all the time, this has the potential to slide through, so you would always put like a stopper knot in that, like a figure of 8. And that is your Blake's hitch.